Matter what fertilizer you add, you're gonna add 1 to 2 tablespoons, especially when you're transplanting your watermelon or when you see the watermelon is start growing. And then every 3 to 4 weeks, you want to do 1 to 2 tablespoons. I'm gonna tell exactly what is this white powder and what it does exactly. I have many watermelons are growing. I harvest many watermelons in my life before. When it comes down to watermelon, if you're growing a sugar baby watermelon, you could add less of this. If you're growing a crimson sweet, a jubilee, or a big watermelon, you need to increase this, and you need this. I'm gonna tell you straight up. If you don't add this, you could run into blossom and rot. You're gonna have weak root. Your watermelon's not gonna taste the best. Your plant's probably under stress. Your watermelon probably is gonna break fast or even split or burst really fast. Listen, whatever fertilizer you're using, you could add this on top of your fertilizer. I add fertilizer, organic all-purpose fertilizer, every 3 to 4 weeks on a watermelon plant, and I will add this at least every 3 weeks. And what you're gonna do when you're transplanting a watermelon plant, you could sprinkle some at the bottom for your seedlings, and then as soon as your watermelon start, you see the first sign of a watermelon, which is about a couple of weeks, you could add 1 to 2 tablespoons again, and then repeat it every 3 weeks. What this does, it increased the plant root size. It strengthened up the plant root, made the plant root thicker and healthier. And that's a foundation of our watermelon plant. Because if our foundation of the watermelon plant is healthy, our plant is healthy. You got to get a strong foundation. What it does to the watermelon, it strengthens up the cell wall, making the cell wall more harder, more firm, more secure. So it doesn't get blossom and rot, meaning your watermelon rotting on the bottom or turning black. Bugs can't get in there that easy. The weather can't get in there because it strengthens up the cell wall. And what it does, because of the plant is healthy, you get a juicy, delicious watermelon. And it also increased the size. Bigger watermelon, juicy, tasty watermelon. How can you go wrong? All you got to do is increase your bone meal, your calcium. It's that simple. Increasing your calcium plays a big part in watermelon. And how do I know this? Because I do it every single year. Doesn't matter the brand. You could use whichever brand you want. Increase the calcium. Calcium is very crucial to watermelon as it's growing. My experience and my base, I grow many watermelon, big watermelon, and delicious. You don't want to have a watermelon that you're growing and you're so excited about, and you take care of your watermelon the whole season, but then when you harvest and you take a bite, you're like, wow, it's not the best taste. The store one is better. And that's when you know something is wrong. It means your plant is under stress. When it comes down to take care of your watermelon, you got to water every day. You got to make sure your plant is getting at least 10 hours of sun. You got to make sure you fertilize it and fertilize every 3 to 4 weeks. And you got to keep feeding your plant. And you got to add bone meal. Eggshell will take a long time to break down because it takes so forever and the plant root has to observe it too. That's why you could go bone meal or you could go garden lime. They break down much faster and the plant observes. And if you start add this from the beginning, or even if you miss the beginning, go and add it today in your garden. Sprinkle it around the soil like I did and water it and boost the strength. You want to have a bigger, tasty, juicier watermelon and do not lose your watermelon, add bone meal. Check in the description box. I'm going to add more details and every single good brand, organic brand that you could choose from. And I'm telling you something right now. Every single year, that's my one thing that I add is calcium. And when time to come to harvest, I'm going to show you guys upcoming. So don't forget to like and subscribe for upcoming videos. And you're going to see when I harvest my crimson sweet, and I have a sugar baby watermelon too. But I do have a bunch of more watermelon growing. All right, so thank you so much for watching Green Tea Garden. Please add calcium to help your watermelon. We all love watermelon. We all get excited.